Here we go.
All right, we've pressed the red button.
Red button. Are we there, Tim? Can you see us?
He probably can't see us yet. There's a little bit of a time delay, and we don't have any music playing. What's going on here?
What'd you do?
There it is.
There
There's
we
our
go.
theme song.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. This technology.
It's been a long day.
It really has. Hey, welcome to Comixstravaganza live from the Houdini room at the Casa de Cool with your prophets of pop culture, the pretty boy prophet Daniel Shoemake. I'm the diesel punk prophet John Pica, also known to some of you as the King of Swing, the Tower of Power, Big Daddy Cool, Johnny Della Rocca, and oh my gosh, and joining
Jarvis,
us
you're back.
via the magic of technology through the little black box is our Jarvis, our overlord,
Yep.
Tim Randalls. Say hello, Tim.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Comixstravaganza Live.
That was kind of creepy.
Yeah,
in a
that
cool,
was
fun
that
way.
was kind of
That was fun.
That was right along with that overlord.
Yeah, the
persona.
overlord Tim.
So Tim, you are sitting right on the desk now. You're a little bit taller now than real life. So so here we
try.
go.
We do what we can for you, Tim.
We've got a ton of stuff going
We do have
on
a ton.
tonight, and we're going to cover a lot. We're going to talk about a lot. Tim's joining us, and we got just tons of stuff. First things first, though.
We leave tomorrow
For Geekonomicon.
Geekonomicon.
Well, before, by the way, you look very dashing in that Indiana Jones hat.
What can I say?
Yeah, it's
Good genetics. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
It's a good look on you. It's a good look on you.
Yes, you do, Dr. Jones. You look so good, Dr. Jones.
Hey, I'm Dr. Jones.
Oh,
Whatever.
jeez. Well, we are not calling you Short Round.
No, I'm not gonna.
No.
I'm not that mean, Tim. Amy probably will, but I'm not going to.
Well, hey, first things first, we need to give a big shout out to one of our biggest fans, and we're a fan of his work, Eli Cash.
Dude, you freaking rock.
If you haven't seen the picture that we posted on our Facebook, it's now our profile picture on our Facebook page for for Comixstravaganza. Eli Cash did an awesome interpretation of the entire cast.
It was fun. It's pretty fun. It's pretty neat.
Even people who haven't been here for a little while because they're off doing other things like
It's a
Tina
good
and
family
Leah.
portrait.
It is a great family portrait. But here's what I got to figure out, and Eli hasn't been able to answer this question. How in the world did Tim get to be the overlord over everybody?
Because it's life size. He shrank us all down, and Tim is. He just took a life size picture of Tim.
He's just actual size.
It's actual size.
I got you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
I got you.
actual size.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Well,
Okay.
we leave tomorrow
Yes.
for Geekonomicon, and I'm so excited. There's so much left to do still. The studio is in disarray. I've got costumes stacked up that need to be packed.
I haven't packed at all.
Jeez. Well, that
I
doesn't
still got
really,
laundry to do.
that doesn't really surprise me.
No.
And what's so great is traveling with Tina.
Oh, she goes to sleep.
Well, not only is that, but she brings her entire wardrobe for the weekend in a bag about this big.
It's one of those. It's almost like vacuum sealed. So it's like you could you put it in water or something like that, and it expands.
It's crazy.
It's like those little pill sponges you got when you were a kid. You threw them in the bathtub with you, and then all of a sudden you didn't know what it was, and then it came out, and it was like a dog. You do that. You put a drop of water on her wardrobe, and it just goes poof, and it's everything.
Every time we do a show, every time we go on the road, she comes up with this little tiny duffel bag, and I'm like, "Where's your luggage?" She's like, "This is it."
She's great. Oh yeah, it's fantastic traveling.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah.
I'm the one paying for check baggage.
Now, well, and Ava Dahl, who's going
she's
with
bringing
us,
the house, isn't she?
Yes, my God in heaven. We had to rent a trailer just because of what she told me.
Wait a minute. I could bring the bike down. This is some BS. I didn't know I could bring the motorcycle with me. We could have put that in the trailer. Nah, no, probably not. Never mind.
No, we're not going to have room for that.
Dang it.
But she's bringing 2 giant suitcases and then 2 show bags. Just for her 2 performance pieces on Friday night.
Now I know why you wanted me to come down, because she needs the bellhop.
Yes.
That's the only reason I'm going.
Yeah, well, and plus we had a lot of people ask if you were going to join us. Fans have emailed us and asked.
I don't believe you.
So here's a complete rundown of our schedule for Geekonomicon.
Sweet Jesus, it's terrible.
Well, no, it really isn't.
It's not that bad. I saw it and went, oh dear Lord.
Yeah, when you look at it like on the page,
it's terrible.
It looks pretty bad, but it's going to be a lot of fun because not everybody's doing everything all at the same time.
I can just sleep in Friday. I'm good.
Yeah, we got to load in at 9.
Oh God.
So you get to sleep in a little bit, but not.
Whatever.
Yeah, we'll get there about 1. You can sleep until 9. That's my natural sleep pattern.
Yeah.
So anyway, Friday, December 1st, we kick it off 12 p.m. The first panel out the box is Cosplay from Your Closet. That's Dee and Nancy, and anyone else who wants to join in from if
from the group.
Tina or you or anyone wants to jump in. And basically, it's the art of found object cosplay. How do people get started in cosplay? They can start right out of their closet, and we're going to talk about that. And then at 1 p.m., I kick off the first official Diesel Punk panel in the Diesel Punk programming track. 1 p.m. Diesel Punk 101. Now, this is a performance panel, which means those of you who are at the con and at the panel at 1, you'll get to see a sneak preview of some of the stuff I'll be doing Saturday night.
So I will be there helping out with the stage hands and everything else.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Hey, Mr. Cameraman, is that door locked? It shouldn't be locked, but it sounds like they can't get
Someone's here.
Yeah. And then,
which is kind of creepy.
So that's at 1 p.m. 3 p.m. is costuming for Steampunk and Diesel Punk. That's me, Dee Nancy, John Wofford, Daisy O'Dare, Ken Sharkey, who is our co-host on the Agent Carter roundtable, and Larry Amiet. That's panel room 2. 4 p.m. on Friday. So we got 12, 1, 3, and 4 now. 4 p.m. on Friday is cosplay with Dee and Nancy. Panel room 3. So if you want to learn how to get into doing cosplay for charitable events, civic organizations, schools, hospitals, or whatnot, this is it.
They're fantastic. If you have any inkling of doing anything like that, come. They do a lot.
As a matter of fact,
stuff.
They are at an event pop-up last minute at Vanderbilt.
Oh yeah, they are at
tonight.
Vanderbilt tonight. Yeah. I remember hearing about that.
At Vanderbilt Hospital. So 6 p.m. is the USO dance. Now,
do I have to be in costume for that?
Well,
because I'm not gonna be able to be in costume for that. I'll dress nice.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Okay, cool. Don't say that. No, don't say that.
No, no S&M BS.
Well, I was gonna grab the
BSM
Borat
stuff
thing, but I'm not gonna do that now.
Actually, I dare you to do
No, I'm
that.
not. I wouldn't do that anyway.
It's very nice.
It's very nice.
All right, 10 p.m. Friday night, the Magic Cabaret. This is an adult-only show. It's the Magic Cabaret and Diesel Punk Pinup Contest. Big Daddy Cool and the Bombshell Kittens, Ava Doll, Alabaster Glory.
Am I helping judge that?
You can if you want.
Sweet, I'm in.
Yeah. The deciding judge is going to be Larry Amiet.
That's fine.
There are no rules other than
Oh, trust me. If there's rules, they will be broken. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
I'm an enabler.
You know my philosophy is rules like bones are made to be broken.
Yeah, but see. Anyway, I'll go into that later.
All right, so that's Friday.
That's Friday.
Light day. Saturday, December 12th, 11 a.m. We're going to be there at 10, but 11 a.m., the world record attempt for the most Diesel Punks in one room, and that's going to be in the screening room at 11 a.m. 12 noon, Steampunk versus Diesel Punk. This is me, Larry, Wofford, Daisy, Ken Sharkey. That's panel room 3. At 2 p.m., the children's cosplay contest. I'll be emceeing that. Dee and Nancy will be helping out. 2 p.m., Larry Amiet in panel room 2 does the history of Diesel Punk. Now, this is going to pick up...
I'm really interested in that one.
Yeah, it's really cool because it picks up where I left off with Diesel Punk 101, which is a very high-level overview. He gets into the nuts and bolts of, the etymology of the words, who actually coined the phrase first, the founding fathers, and how it's grown from just a kind of a concept to a community over the last 5 to 10 years. 3 p.m., we're going to do a live recording of the Diesel Powered Podcast with me, Larry Wofford, Ava Doll, Ken Sharkey. We're going to be talking about the elements of Christmas that have its origin in the Diesel era. We're going to be talking about the upcoming season of Agent Carter and kind of speculating on what we want to see and what we hope to see. And then we'll be answering your questions about movies and whatnot, and we may have a surprise. We have arranged to interview Bei Ling.
Oh, I want in on this one. This is a good
So she, for you diesel punks out there, you know she was in Wild Wild West. She was part of the Jedi Council, I think, in Revenge of the Sith.
She was in The Crow.
She was in The Crow. She was also in the seminal diesel punk movie, Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow.
I almost watched that. I found that I was unpacking everything. I was watching Man in the High Castle last night, so I might watch Sky Captain tonight.
You know, do you want to take a DVD with you? Do you? Oh,
I've
you
got
have
it.
it. You have it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love that movie. I might watch it again to get. We're going to be giving away a copy of it actually in the booth.
Cool.
So if you've never seen it, you can come register to win that. So we'll be doing the Diesel Powered Podcast immediately following that at 4 p.m. Diesel Punk and Pop Culture. So it will kind of be a continuation of what
Just
we
record
live.
there. Just record that too.
Yeah, we're going to. But we're going to shift our focus more to the pop culture aspects and do more question and answer. So, you know, normally a podcast we record for about an hour anyway.
Yeah.
Because, well, you've never met Larry, but Larry Amiet can flat out talk.
So that makes 3 of us.
Yeah. Yeah, Daisy and Ava are actually the quiet ones. Then 5 p.m., none of our group, except for maybe me, is a part of this, and I've not gotten confirmation.
I'm going to that. I promise you that.
Writing with Pulp. So this is a writing panel, writing with Pulp guests. So Tommy Hancock and Pro Se Press are bringing a bunch of authors down, and I happen to be one of their authors. So I'm guessing he might want me to sit in.
I need to print that out.
Maybe not.
Tomorrow.
I don't know.
I'll give that to him.
And then 7 p.m. the adult cosplay contest. I'll be emceeing that. And then 8 p.m. our show, Big Daddy Cool and the Bombshell Kittens, Tales from the Flip Side. And we're going to announce the cosplay contest winners during our show.
Yeah.
So you'll see some awesome magic. You'll get to see some music, some dance, some funny stuff from the Lee sisters, Tina and Alabaster Glory.
That is pretty fun.
They do a great job. And then in the middle, we will announce the cosplay winners. And then at 11, Saturday night, the history of alcohol with the amazing Mr. Wofford. Now, this is obviously 11 o'clock, so it's an adult-only panel. It will be happening at the tail as Voltaire's concert trails off, and before the after party.
That is where it's going to get dangerous.
At the Cat's Meow Dance Club, which is a secret place only for
That's going to be
guests.
This is going to be dangerous.
Yeah.
I have a bad feeling about this.
So here's the cool thing, though. Wofford has prepared these handouts of recipes that he's going to be showing, demonstrating, talking about, and they are steampunk and diesel punk inspired recipes. And they're free to you for just attending. Then Sunday, December 13th, there's a great character building panel at 10 a.m. It's not our panel, but I'm going to go to it because I think that's going to be fun. And that's by Airship Isabella, and I want to check that out.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I do character building workshops all over the country, and so I'd love to see what other people are teaching. 2 p.m. is our first official event. So if I don't make it to that 10 a.m. panel, it's because I'm passed
Exhausted.
out. But we're doing a kids magic show.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
Yeah, me and Wofford are going to do some magic for the kids, but here's the coolest part. We're going to perform some tricks, but we're going to teach 3.
That's awesome.
With a handout, printed handouts teaching the tricks that we teach in person from my book, Magic 101. And everyone who actually attends that show will get a free e-copy,
Oh, that's
a free
cool.
digital copy of Magic 101
That'll be fun.
to take with them.
Yeah.
3 p.m. Diesel Punk Showdown. This is me versus Tommy Hancock.
I will be handing out fatality codes to the audience. That way, once it gets to the point where you need to put the fatality code in, you can put it in.
And then 5 p.m. is the last panel for us. It's Punk or Pulp. And that's going to be led by Tommy Hancock as well. And then while I'm doing that panel, you and the rest of the muscle.
We're breaking this stuff down. We're hitting the road.
Because at 6 p.m., boom, we got to go.
Wheels up.
I would love to stay later and
Wheels
hang
up.
out with the rest of the Geekonomicon crew, but we got to go because it's a 7-hour drive back to Nashville.
It's not a 3-hour tour. It's not going to be fun. We'll put it that way.
So that's just what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's just our stuff. Now, we want everyone watching, because you're fans of this show and you're coming to Geekonomicon in Biloxi, Mississippi, to come and be a part of what we're doing, but there's so much other stuff. The vendor's room, there's Richard Hatch, Bay Ling, some awesome artists, all kinds of stuff. Airship Isabella, the kind of Gulf Coast steampunk airship crew is going to be there. They're doing a whole programming track. It's going to be phenomenal. I'm going to go ahead and say, I think that this convention, regardless of how big or small it turns out to be, may be the convention of the year.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's really it's packed full, but it's the most diverse convention I've ever seen. And if you go to the website Geekonomicon.com, you can see that for yourself.
Yep.
Now, unfortunately, if you can't join us in Biloxi, Mississippi, but you want to see a great show anyway, Friday night in Memphis, our very own Amy Sulam is going to be laying down a funny bone groove. Mm-hmm. Where are you going to be, Amy?
Nash Vegas.
Oh, I thought you were in Memphis.
No, that was last.
That was last week.
She's staying here in Nashville.
I'm here. I'm at Nash Vegas and Hermitage.
The Nash Vegas and Hermitage. Okay.
So come out and see me.
Come out. Make sure you time it right where you're not drinking when a punchline hits, because you're gonna clear a sinus or two.
Yeah.
Trust me,
come
it's
through
bad.
your nose and
When I'm there, that's the only reason why she goes, is trying to make me blow stuff out of my nose.
But here's what you got to do. If you can't make it to Geekonomicon, go to Nash Vegas here in Nashville, see Amy Sulam do her comedy stuff. But for me, heckle her.
Oh, please do.
Do it, because that's only going to be even more funny. Trust me. Just, for those of you who haven't heckled a stand-up comedian, do it once for me. Because it's great fun for the rest of the audience to see you get obliterated.
Hey, you know what my favorite, when I was doing stand-up, and I still get heckled a little bit now, but when I was doing stand-up, and you can use this, Amy,
I'm using it.
my favorite heckler killer was, sir, you know, you really ought to be wearing a condom on your head, because if you're going to act like a dick, you ought to dress like one.
I saw Chris Titus obliterate someone one time. It was great
Yeah.
fun. Oh, it was awesome.
I used to know someone just like you, only they had a human head. Anyway, so that's Geekonomicon. That's the big stuff. Now, Tim,
Tim, are you back with us?
are you still with us, buddy?
Timbo, wake up. Tim.
Hello. Tim,
He's probably got us on mute.
do you have us on mute, Tim?
Wait a minute. Tim.
Hello.
Hang on, I'm messaging. Get us off mute, Tim. Anyway. Hang on.
Well,
Come back, Tim.
we
There are those who call me
Tim.
Tim.
Hey, are you back?
there he is.
Hang on.
Oh wait,
Wait a
are
minute.
you not plugged in? What's going on here? Oh,
You there?
did we lose power? We lost power. Well, wait a minute.
Hang on, we got to plug the speaker in, Tim.
That can be easily remedied in like 3 strokes of a lamb's tail.
I love to stroke your tail.
Amy does love stroking tail, but it's okay.
That's what it says on the bathroom wall.
That's how we actually found Amy. We found her phone number on the bathroom stall at a pilot station in Kingsport, Tennessee. Just kidding, Amy. We love you. Hey, Timbo. Hey, we got him back.
Oh, that technology stuff. Hey, you know what? This is the amazing amp from Empower Sound, and it's battery. You know, it has a battery, but I haven't charged it in a week.
Obviously.
So it went dead on us. But for all of you performers out there or speakers, lecturers, You need portable sound. This thing came with a handheld mic, 2 headset mics,
Oh, it's
2
fantastic.
lavalier mics. We've used it everywhere we go.
I used it at the Jackson Con. It was wonderful.
You can plug in speakers, and we're going to have it with us at Geekonomicon. All right,
Yeah.
so
All right.
what are our questions from the
I've
congregation
got the questions
tonight?
for the congregation tonight because John,
Technology has not been my friend tonight.
it has not been fun. So
No.
I'm going to be reading. So apparently Marvel this past week announced the creative team heading up the new Civil War II stuff. It's Brian Michael Bendis and David Marquez. We've got a picture. They're launching the series in April 2016, but the question is the new comic series just a cash grab now that they're doing the Civil War with Captain America, or is this going to be as good as the original Civil War?
Okay, so I actually happened to read a comment from Brian Michael Bendis on this just yesterday, and he has stated that it is a true sequel in a logical progression.
Okay.
So here's what you don't know, and this is what I suspect. That picture of Iron Man and
Falcon / Captain America?
Yeah. I don't think that's Tony Stark in the suit.
I don't think it is either.
I think it's Pepper Potts. I think Pepper is going to become Iron Man at some point. And there's a teaser for the Invincible Iron Man, #1, where she's kind of twirling his helmet faceplate on her
Maybe
finger.
Iron Woman at that point.
Well, she has donned the armor before
I know
as
she has.
Iron Maiden.
Maiden, okay. Cool.
But
wait a minute, then they have to go through all that copyright crap.
Probably. That's probably why they're not doing it.
Okay.
She'll be Iron Man. And this is not the first time that Tony's had somebody else wear the armor. So, will it be as good?
That's going to be tough.
You know, the first series I didn't think was that great to begin with.
Well, I liked it just because that was kind of the whole, that hit right before the whole MCU happened and everything else.
Well, but...
And the Civil War was out, a year or two before the original Iron Man?
Yeah, something like that.
So it was one of those things, if you read the Civil War, you're like, okay, cool. Tony Stark is actually kind of the center of at the time, the Marvel Universe, so...
Well, he was. He became the leader of the free world through that. But here was my complaint about it, and this was... A lot of people had this problem. It was a 6 or 7 issue series that could have been told in 3.
Yeah.
That story could have been told in just 3 issues, and instead they drug it out for 6 or 7 issues, and it drug. I mean, it was, and then we got to the last 4 pages, and it was like, all right, hurry up and finish this up. Captain America got shot, and he's dead. Boom.
Yeah. It was almost like they had the story drawn out, and then they tried to put too much, and they had to finish it up.
You know, I keep and old time. A lot of new fans of comics hate to hear me say this, but Roy Thomas, Steve Englehart, Roger Stern, Tom DeFalco, Jim Shooter, they would have told that story in 3 issues.
Yeah.
And it would have been just as much story, maybe more story in 3 issues. And I think we've lost something in that regard.
There may have been a book contract numbers and that kind of stuff.
Well, that's what it is. Now Marvel and DC both, they're doing story arcs specifically to package them as the trade paperbacks.
Yep.
And you can't do a trade paperback really with just 3 issues. You got to have 6 or more to justify the printing and the binding and the price and all that stuff. So I'm not happy about that.
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, other Marvel news. Iron Fist is now under the helm of Scott Buck, who
Yes!
served as executive producer for Dexter, one of my favorite shows, and was a producer on 6 Feet Under. He will take the reins. Iron Fist is coming out last. Sad for me. 4th Netflix series, but before they meet the Defenders. How are they going to tie it all in for the Defenders miniseries?
We have no idea.
No clue. I'm excited to see it, but I have no idea.
I'll tell you this. I was super happy to read this news this week because all indications were that they were actually leaning towards scrapping Iron Fist altogether.
That would have broke my heart.
Yeah, it would have me too, because he's one of my favorite characters. I think he's one of the most underrated characters in all of comics. I mean, you got this dude who has this explosive power. I mean, he's basically Bruce Lee with explosive fists. I mean, how cool is that?
Oh, I'm completely down. I'm really excited to see this just because the dynamic between him and Luke Cage just looks way too much fun.
Yeah, I'm not finished Jessica Jones yet.
I'm like 3 episodes from the end.
I'm really hoping and keeping my fingers crossed, no spoilers, that Danny Rand appears in some form.
I don't think he does. I haven't finished it yet, but I don't know. I might finish it this week.
I'm excited. I'm excited about this whole Iron Fist as well, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm. It's fantastic. Bruce Lee with mega power, and I'm excited about how they're going to pull this all together.
Well, Iron Fist, Danny Rand in the comics is a billionaire like Tony Stark, billionaire playboy, and kind of how Tony Stark is the linchpin of the Avengers. And by the way, all of these characters, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist, are all part of the Avengers in the comics. But there's another non-team that they've all been a part of, well, with the exception of Jessica Jones, called the Defenders.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be the culmination of these series in a new team called the Defenders. And like Tony Stark is the linchpin of the Avengers, I think Danny Rand, Iron Fist, will be the center point and linchpin of the formation of the Defenders.
Yeah.
So there were rumors that that series, the Defenders, would pull characters from the film universe, the cinematic universe, into Netflix. In particular, Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange.
I'm down for that. I'm so down for that. But
Oh my!
I'm down. I cannot wait for that one.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about
That's
that.
just a rumor.
Yeah.
We don't normally talk about rumors, but that's a good rumor
That's a
because
fun
it
rumor.
makes a lot of sense because Doctor Strange was one of the founders of the Defenders.
Now, who would you pick to play it? I have a vested interest in this, but I'll let you go first on this one.
Well, Benedict Cumberbatch. He's
Iron
playing
Fist.
him. Oh, Iron
Not
Fist.
Doctor Strange. Iron Fist.
Oh, you know what?
Because I have someone that when I read this question, he popped in my head. Nobody knows who he is because he's a dear friend of mine.
Oh, well.
And he's done a lot. He was in John Wick. He's shooting John Wick 2 right now. He just put a picture on Facebook of him and Common and Keanu Reeves and all these other guys. He was in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 and the New Ninja Turtles. He was in Civil War. He was in Ninja Assassin and everything else. Very dear friend of mine. Get on YouTube, type in Jackson Spidell, Spidell. I'm giving you a shout out, but I've known this guy for years. He fits the description. He fits the character. He has every ability in the world to do all the martial arts skills. Trust me, I've trained with him. I've trained with him for years. Competed against him. He can do it. That's who I want to see because it's going to be very difficult to find somebody who can do that.
Well, here will be the question that will determine the casting. Do they go the traditional comic book route and have Danny Rand be the blonde-haired, blue-eyed millionaire industrialist who discovers Kunlun by accident and is trained in that Asian culture and comes back?
Yeah.
Or do they switch it up a little bit and have it be a true born and bred Asian character? Because if they do that, I would nominate the dude that played Kato in the Green Hornet and Storm Shadow in G.I. Joe.
Oh, yeah. That if they go the traditional Asian character route, Storm Shadow, and then the guy that played Kato, or...
Isn't he the same dude? That's the same
Yeah, it's the same guy. Or...
I can't remember his name. I'm sorry.
Harold from Harold and Kumar, because he did so good with Sulu. With his tricks and flipping around and everything. That could be fun.
Okay. Yeah.
John Cho.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually do hope they keep it. I mean, they've done a really good job of keeping these series really true to the spirit of the comic series. So I think it's actually more interesting to have this white man in the mystical Asian culture, become adopted and immersed and then sent back to be a protector.
I'm completely down.
I think that's more interesting.
But I vote for my buddy Jackson just because I know he's in that world and everything else. So I got your back, bud.
All right.
Anyway, sorry.
Trailers.
Shameless plug.
In front of Star Wars.
This looks like the first shot across the bow for every massive summer movie for 2016.
Well, and why not?
I'm not arguing that.
I mean,
It's
that's
every
the time to
trailer
do
is
it,
going.
right?
Oh, I'm not arguing
Because
that. But
everybody in the world is going to see your trailer.
next weekend, the world is going to come to a screeching halt. Nothing is going to happen. Have you seen the line in Texas? They've got people in tents already camped out waiting to see this movie.
That's insane. We're talking about Star Wars, The Force Awakens, if you've been living under a rock or you're a Fox News correspondent.
Anyway, but I'm most excited personally. It's tough. I like the Star
either
Trek 3.
Amy just read something funny or she got tickled at us. One of the two.
Probably a combination of both.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with, I'm excited for Star Trek 3 and the new Independence Day.
Okay, so it is a sequel. Independence Day Resurgence. Is Will Smith in it?
Uh-huh. From what I understand, it's Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum.
No.
What?
No, Will Smith is not in it.
Oh, I don't care anymore.
He wanted over $20 million to do it or something like that.
Well, what?
It would take about that much money for me to come back and do that role again.
But that's one of his seminal
this
movies.
This is the movie that made him.
Because I'm
Why
okay.
would he come back?
That movie and Bad Boys. Those two movies, between those two time periods, what made him? He's done it. He's off doing. Have you seen the trailer for Concussion? He's actually doing hardcore, deep acting and stuff.
Well, but he's doing Suicide Squad.
That was probably just a paycheck, like a stop.
Yeah, but
maybe he just doesn't want to do that character again. That's fine. He wants to do different characters now. I think when he did Ali, when he did that film, that kind of got his taste going.
Float like a butterfly,
he was
sting like
fantastic.
a bee.
He got steamrolled in that Oscar season. But
Oh, totally.
But I just
feeling
don't
all
see
punchy.
him wanting to do a sequel. Now that you say that, is Jeff Goldblum in it?
Yes, he is.
See,
That's because
Who? Will Patton?
Bill Clinton.
the president.
Yeah.
Okay.
The president did it as well.
They both need paychecks, so that's probably why they did it. But yeah, with Will Smith not in it, I don't know if I'm excited about Independence Day. I am excited about Star Trek 3.
I'm not excited about Star Trek 3.
Why?
I like what Abrams did with the Star Trek
Yeah,
franchise,
I do too.
but I've never been a Trek fan. So, there are movies that I'll see and I'll enjoy, but I'm not like chomping at the bit to see them. Now,
Jungle Book. That live action Jungle Book. I don't know how I feel about that.
it looks fun. It'll be a good movie.
That'll be fun.
X-Men, Apocalypse, and
I'll make my opinion when I see the trailer.
I mean, there are a lot of trailers leading Star Trek or Star Wars, but Captain America: Civil War, the full-blown trailer on the big screen, that's the one I care about.
Yeah, that's gonna be one that stops everything, and then the only thing that's gonna bring people back is when the Lucasfilm thing comes up on the screen and everybody goes nuts. That's the best part. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Also, just to expand on the whole Marvel Captain America trailer, I was reading that they've actually said that they have special effects for Spider-Man's suit, basically confirming that he is becoming Iron Spider.
Really?
I'm telling you, I saw a clip.
You showed it
from Comicon that there was a flash of him in the Iron Spider suit. I'm telling you, I saw that. So
we'll find out in a week.
In the trailer as Iron Spider.
Yeah, we'll find out in a week.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yep.
It'll be awesome. All right, so we have a last question from the congregation. And speaking of Star Wars.
Yeah. Besides the who shot first thing.
Are we still talking about this?
Yeah, it came back up. Okay. Han shot first. Han did it.
Are we sure? Because Lucas said Guido did.
Well, Greedo, in the special editions and the new versions,
he did shoot
Greedo did shoot first. However, it still looks horrible.
I like when Han shoots first because it's one of those things. The story, the scene doesn't work personally, the pacing is way off. It just doesn't work with Greedo shooting first. Because Han goes, yeah, I bet you have. Boom!
Well, it makes no sense for
Yeah.
Greedo to shoot first, but because he loses his bounty, right?
Yeah.
If he kills Han. But okay, this is the creator in me, okay? As someone who's written scripts and plays and written novels and whatnot, the creator in me has to side with the creator, George Lucas, and say whatever he says is the way it is, because he is the creator and it is his vision ultimately. And as much as we would like to think we own it, we have no ownership in Star Wars at all.
He just lets us hang out in his world.
Yeah. Let's ask the Magic 8-Ball.
Who shot first?
Did Han shoot first? It says yes.
Yes, something. Hang on.
Yes, something.
Definitely.
Yeah, yes, definitely. So the
I did it.
The Magic 8-Ball has spoken. Sorry, George.
Last one.
Well, that's the way I wrote it. Anyway,
Favorite classic Christmas cartoon?
Oh, Christmas cartoon?
Charlie Brown. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Charlie Brown.
Yeah, well, I couldn't really think of any
I've got
classic.
I've got the Christmas twig at the house.
Yeah.
I've got it every year.
Well, now, okay, so we're counting like the Rankin and Bass, Frosty, Rudolph,
Yeah, all the
stop
classics.
motion.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Frosty the Snowman.
Okay.
Rankin and Bass.
Yeah.
Traditional animation, beautiful
Yeah.
animation.
Yes.
Just still today it holds up as one of the best. And of course, you can never go wrong with Andy Griffith as the narrator.
Never.
No, he was in the sequel.
What? Who was the narrator?
Frosty's Winter Wonderland.
Yeah.
Don't contradict me.
Anyway.
Jimmy Durante was in the first.
That's what I said. How
You
can
said
you
Andy
go
Griffith.
wrong with Jimmy Durante as the narrator?
You said
We'll
Andy
edit that out in the live show, whatever. And then my favorite Christmas movie
Yeah.
is by far the best Christmas movie of all time. Die Hard. Die Hard is my favorite Christmas movie.
Oh, you suck.
I love it. It's my favorite.
Now, my favorite is A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
You know what? I went and saw that movie when I was 12 years old. In the theater, McKinley Theater in Canton, Ohio. There were.
I love the McKinley.
You remember this place, Tim? It's
I love that place.
it's
That's what I saw. That's what I saw the 1989 or 1989 Batman.
That's where I saw it too. We might have been in the theater at the same time.
That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, but well, you know, Tim and I, you know,
Yeah.
we grew up together.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, there were only 4 of us in the theater though. that movie flopped in the box office.
Did it?
Yeah, it was only when it went to home video that it became a massive cult classic, and now, you know, everybody and their grandmother names it as one of their favorite movies. Filmed in Cleveland, Ohio. And you can go take tours of that house. You can actually, they do a contest every year to win Christmas in the Christmas Story house.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, you know, when Tim and I watch it, we see all of these landmarks downtown Cleveland that you know, we've been to, and it's awesome. And Tim, you can verify this. That was basically our childhood, our Christmas experience in Northeastern Ohio.
Oh, yeah. That's totally it.
Yeah.
And it's like my dad. I remember my dad doing half that crap that Dad did.
Yeah, there's snow there for 6 months.
I couldn't.
And it's not like little dusting here in Tennessee. It's like, you know, a foot or more for 6 months. It's awesome.
6 months of winter followed by 6 months of bad sledding.
And here's the funny thing. So in Christmas Story, Scott Farkas, the bully.
Yeah.
This is how, I mean, I was Ralphie, but Scott Farkas looks exactly like my other bully, Joey Cooper. I've talked about Eddie McClintock.
Yeah.
Well, Eddie McClintock ran with this group of guys, the Vukovich twins, and Joey Cooper.
This sounds like one of your comic books, actually.
But it's not.
I know.
It's real life. You know, Eddie McClintock had the mini bike. He used to chase me around. Joe
Karate
Cooper.
Kid.
Yeah, Joe Cooper. It was crazy. Joe Cooper used to ride the bus and get off at my stop just to beat me up. Like, and he looked exactly like Scott Farkas. It's crazy. Crazy.
I never had to deal with that, thank God.
Well, that's why I started taking Taekwondo.
Yeah.
To defend myself against Joey Cooper. So summer goes by, and we start school again. He gets off at my stop, and I bloody his face with a roundhouse kick to his jaw.
We've all got stories like those
Yeah.
of us who have done. Yeah, we've all got.
Well, actually, it
stories
was a
like
reverse roundhouse, kind
Whatever.
of semi-crescent kick.
that. Yeah.
You know.
I locked the kid in the locker.
Yeah, you were a bully, weren't you?
No, he pushed me and I grabbed him and opened the locker and threw him in the locker and shut it and walked off.
Hey, one last thing I want to mention. Francis Ford Coppola,
Yeah.
offsides, brother.
And they're good friends.
I know
They're
they
really
were,
good friends.
They were part of that whole.
America's Zoetrope. They were in a film company together when they
I
first
know.
came out of USC.
Him, Coppola, Martin Scorsese, and Steven Spielberg. They
Yeah.
were all part of NYU, not NYU,
USC.
USC's film school, and good friends. And
Yeah.
Coppola has praised the Star Wars films over the years, and now today or this week he says it was a pity that George was even involved with them.
It could. He could.
No,
be,
no. He said it's a pity that George still has an attachment to them after selling them.
Okay.
Oh, see, context makes all the
Yeah.
difference.
See, there we go. Okay, now I see it.
He has an emotional attachment
Yeah.
to the films after
Yeah.
selling them, and that is,
George can't let it go.
yeah. Well,
I wouldn't be able to either.
how could you?
I couldn't.
It's his baby.
Yeah.
It's what George Lucas is known for. Does he let go the Godfather trilogy? No.
No.
Has he? I mean, seriously. He's done movies since the Godfather trilogy. But when you think Francis Ford Coppola, what do you think about?
Oh, it's Marlon Brando. And
Godfather.
yeah.
Godfather. That's
But
what you think of.
it's one of those things where these guys are looking back at their body of work, and these guys, like that group of four that came out of USC at that time, has shaped not just movies and characters that we all love and enjoy. They shaped how movies are made
Yeah.
and how movies are marketed and everything else. And I think they're kind of looking back, and they're just kind of looking back and going, maybe not really regrets, but maybe thinking about, hey, maybe you shouldn't do it this way, or you should have done this, that, and the other thing. But as much as I love Star Wars, my favorite George Lucas movie is always going to be American Graffiti.
Really?
Oh, it's always going to be my favorite. I adore that movie.
For me, it's Empire Strikes Back.
Well, yeah, but
And Howard the Duck.
I haven't seen Howard the Duck.
Not really.
I love Howard the Duck.
Well,
I have quite a few friends in that movie.
Well, of course you did. And
know.
you could be Howard the Duck. But
If back then, I'll tell you his little story about good old LT over here. Is I actually auditioned for the movie Willow.
Did you really? That's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. Well, here's what saves Howard the Duck. Two things. Leah Thompson in her underwear.
Oh, well, yeah, that's always a plus.
Man,
Oh,
she's
God.
got an ass that you can bounce
Yes.
a quarter off of.
I'm all in.
And Cleveland, Ohio, and seeing on her guitar case, Tim, you remember what station she was listening to? The Buzzard?
Yes.
What was that?
The
107?
MLS. 100.7.
Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome. And she had a poster of the Michael Stanley Band in her apartment. How cool was that? That saved that movie. Anyway, it's time for us to go. We've been on here forever, and you guys want to stick around. We're going to reset, and Amy Sulam and Daniel are going to do the weekly rundown and make fun of a bunch of people and make you laugh. We've missed Amy, and we're so glad to have her back.
Yes,
I
you
miss
are.
Amy.
And we'll make sure she gets some digs in for you. If you're watching the weekly rundown, you can still tweet us live at Live Comics. And Tim's going to stay on the Twitter and check that and answer your tweets and answer your questions. Check out our sponsors, Comic Bento at mycomicbento.com. The Amazing Amp from Empower Sound at amazingamp.com. And check us out at Geekonomicon this weekend, Geekonomicon.com. We'd love to meet you there. Until the next time, swing hard, swing often. We'll catch you on the flip side.